won't you come back, my darling. Each night I pray on bended knee, and the train conductor says, take a break, driver wait, take. Filled Fred up to his pelvis, yabba dabba doo, the king is gone and
they tortured and scared you for 20 odd years.
I would say I'm sorry if I thought that it would change your mind, but I know that this. Hey, where did we grow? Days when the rains came. I've been running Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You're so bad. You're the best thing I ever had. In a world of cow mama, there's a white boat coming up the river with a big red beak. I don't want to change the world. I'm not looking for New England. Oh, tell me why I don't like Mondays. Tell me why I don't like Mondays.
Cool. There we are. Hi, Claire. How you doing? Hey, Rick Burton. Nice to see you. Jenny, I was thinking of you just the other day. I started working on some new tunes, and I looked and I put Bad on the list, but it's not ready yet. Hi, everybody's here on time tonight. That's awfully nice. I'm just bouncing around here a little bit, trying to. I copied out that wrong list that I wanted from earlier. I was trying to find a way to tell everybody where to go, but I have found a way to follow it all here, so that's cool. Hey, Tom Burgess, how you doing? I'm going to lay this down now. Oh, it is Whiskey Wednesday, and it's, how hot is it in here? 1,000 degrees?
Let's put it, yeah. I'm digging in the rug for oil. It's that warm.
Yeah, it sort of feels like that. It's been a muggy week here in Ontario. Lots of time outside. Even though it's been raining, it's warm. It's warm rain. It's a really nice sensation, actually. Not that common. Growing up in Newfoundland, of course, very, very rarely did we have warm rain. I don't ever remember warm rain back home. I remember warm, damp fog, stuff like that. So, Mr. Grant, you're back with us. How you doing?
I'm here.
You're
I'm
here.
doing great. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How's your summer been?
The summer's been fabulous.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Would you say groovy?
Groovy.
Yeah? Okay,
It's been laid back. How's that?
It's been laid back. Nice. Hey, you had your brother Al up recently too,
Yeah,
right?
he was up camping.
Yeah. That's good. Over at Ferris, right?
Yeah. Good to see him again.
Excellent. I haven't seen him in a long time. Stephen, you back working again now? Out taking pictures of people and videos, and I saw you at Dee's Snack Shack last weekend. Man, that food is good down there. Dee knows what she's doing with the roti and the jerk too. I'm not always a jerk fan. Her jerk is amazing. Oh yeah. Yeah, and the doubles are fantastic. And yeah, Dee's, the new place here in town in Campbellford, just down next to the old Video 99, which is now the Karate Dojo, and I think Peter runs that place, doesn't he? You remember Peter? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's who runs that spot. Peter and his family, Tong Yu. Anyways, play this one for our Korean friend Tong Yu tonight. Yeah, this makes sense to play for Tong. Sure. I'm trying to figure out where my spots for everything are. Seems like everything's going to live over there, but I can't remember what I did with my beer. Do you remember what I did with my beer? Oh, it's right in there. Okay, so that's cool. Let me get rid of this. because that will be kicked. There we go. Oh, so good to have a production team on hand for those type of things. That's not safe there either. Thank you to Lucas again for the long tooth. Safest right in front of the kick drum.
Yeah, I'm fine too, thanks.
And
Who said that?
Over here, remember me?
Neil's in a pissy mood tonight because he can't hear his guitar.
Unfortunately, I can hear you, though.
I know. We can hear your guitar.
So I understand, yes. Yeah.
It's been a technical 45 minutes of nightmare here at the show just before it happened. We had to do a full computer reboot, which led to everything getting changed. And we started recording last week for a new song. And, we did some drums, and then we did some bass, and we were changing input levels and stuff. And then, 7:15 rolled around here, and I realized, oh, shit, everything's changed. So I spent a few minutes getting that all back together. But we're here now. Welcome to Whiskey Wednesday. This goes out to Peter. There's a song called FMNL, goes into a song called Pain-Free Living. How's Neil doing tonight?
Just absolutely grand, thank you. And yourself, Ken.
I'm doing fantastic.
Well, golly, let's get on with it then, shall we?
Excellent. I like to get high. I like to get higher. I like to get more high than I was before. I like to get stoned, and I like to get stoneder. I like to get more stoned than I was before. 'Cause I don't have a moment of pain-free living, and at times I can take it for a while. And sometimes it takes away the part of me that's real, and other times all I can do is smile. I like to get high. I like to get higher. I like to get more high than I was before. I like to get stoned. I like to get stoneder. I like to get more stoned than I was before. 'Cause I don't have the perfect job I dreamed of, and at times I can take it for a while. Then sometimes it takes away the part of me that's real, and other times all I can do is smile. I like to get high, I like to get higher, I like to get more high than I was before. I like to get stoned, I like to get stoneder, I like to get more stoned than I was before. I like to get high, I like to get higher, I like to get more high than I was before. I like to get stoned, I like to get stoneder, I like to get more stoned than I was before. To be honest, it's an uphill battle with depression, and the drugs the doctor gives me ain't so tight. Sometimes I feel like my skin is crawling, and other times bad TV can be alright. I like to get high, I like to get higher, I like to get more high than I was before. I like to get stoned, I like to get stoneder, I like to get more stoned than I was before. I like to get high, I like to get higher, I like to get more high than I was before. I like to get stoned, I like to get stoneder, I like to get more stoned than I was before. Oh, there you go. Little FMNL into getting stoned, or swipe left to revealing comments. Oh, there we go, lyric. Hey, Tommy Burgess, Kim, nice to see you. Hello, Debbie. Aaron Wilson. Hi, from Bowmanville, buddy. Yeah, getting right into it. Pain-free living. Don't think this ever opened a show. You're probably right. Robin Edwards, nice to see you. Yeah, no, we've been having a great time since we got back together for doing these shows. You know, because we've been having a chance to jam and hang out and have some drinks. And it's really nice to see everybody. And we don't see much of Neil anymore because he's got his, you know, this brand new sanctuary that he spent the summer building out in his place with all these fish and frogs and snails. You say you have now?
A snail.
A snail.
There
His
may
name?
be more, but I have yet to identify them. So.
Do you have a
But
name for
there's
snail?
definitely one. I'm sorry?
Is there a name for the snail?
Sammy comes to mind. I don't know what, you know, like
Sammy?
Sammy snail.
Speedy snail? Yeah.
Well,
okay.
Speedy would
It's
be
the
good.
S's, the
No,
old alliteration thing.
There we go with the joke about the snail that bought the car and had the giant S written on the doors.
Right.
So that as he sped by, everybody would say, "Ooh, look at that S car go."
See? And that, and that, ladies and gentlemen, the
That's a
beauty,
grandpa joke.
the beautiful mind, the beautiful mind of Neil Lucy. He does have some good ones. This is a song that I wrote for, I was inspired to write for Ellie Kelly from Joe Kelly, just before Ellie passed. And I forgot to wear a belt tonight. It's weird. Pants keep lowering down. Feel like I'm a skateboarder again.
Can I move?
Huh?
Can I move?
Fare thee well, fare thee well. I'll see you again in heaven, or I might see you in hell. If there's nothing more, when this life is through, let it stand that I've enjoyed my time with you. On golden shores we'll hold each other once again, or in the depths of hell we'll suffer through the war with men. We'll meet again in a place you'd understand, where the water is always cool and running our band. Sometimes on Wednesday nights we go to play a song, and I think about the song and the people involved in the song. We start playing the song, and then we get to the second verse, and I can't remember the song.
One more something.
One more.
Just one more kiss. That's the third verse.
Yeah, I thought so.
I know. This is, you know what the best thing to do in this situation is? I think Neil is saying he does back there. What are you saying?
How's that?
What are you saying about what we
I
should
said
do in this
start over
situation?
again.
Start over again.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. The drummer? Yeah, he agrees. The bass player? He just goes along with it, right?
I just do what you tell me.
Fare thee well, fare thee well. I'll see you again in heaven, or I might see you in hell. If there's nothing more, when this life is through, let it stand that I've enjoyed my time with you. On golden shores we'll hold each other once again, or in the depths of hell we'll suffer through the walls of man. If there's nothing more, then I'll say it once again. You made my life as full and bright as any man. I know it now. Don't shed no tears, don't cry no more. May you find the joy in living life as you did before. Some things will change and some will stay the same. And like a shoebox filled with letters remembered, I'll remain. Please live your life each day and know that I'll be here. Don't you surrender to the sadness and your tears. We'll meet again in a place we don't yet understand, where the music's always happy like a New Orleans jazz band. On golden shores we'll hold each other once again, or in the depths of hell we'll suffer through the wars of men. We meet again and we find a place that they don't understand. We'll be together once again. Just one last kiss on a night so blue. May I never have to say goodbye to you. Just one last kiss on a night so blue. I can't bear to spend another minute losing you. May your heart grow bright and you stay safe and warm inside. May these four walls protect you from the winter winds outside. We lay your head down and it's tired and dark between your sheets, and you close your eyes and dream of a place where we might meet. Fare thee well, fare thee well. I'll see you again in heaven, or I might see you in hell. On golden shores we'll hold each other once again, or in the depths of hell we'll suffer through the wars of men. We'll meet again in a place that we don't understand, where the music's always bright. You're man, you've always been my man. You made my life as full and bright as any man.
Ah, that was the album version.
That was like the triple version of that song, yeah. Sometimes these things happen. So, that's not any fun at all. Oh my, I'm used to Danny talking when I do that. Well, he only doesn't talk very much. I'm scared of that. I know it's there, but you won't knock it? Mm-hmm. She assures me she won't knock it. Watchman. Yeah, somebody asked me if I will play the bass before the Watchman shows. Yeah, that's usually a yes. What usually happens is usually in the course of a year we have 3 or 5 shows, and they're usually put together, so there'll be like 3 shows and then 2 shows. So if we have a show on a Friday, Saturday, like we do coming up in Edmonton and Regina, it's a Friday, Saturday in August. Usually on the Tuesday or the Monday, I will drive down to Toronto and we'll go to Joey's studio and rehearse. And that's kind of the way it's been forever. Now, as you know, with Allison and my life changing a bit, I've had to limit my time away from the house. So we haven't had a lot of rehearsals with me. And for these shows coming up, the guys, there will be rehearsals. I'm just not sure if the guys will come up here for them, or if I will go to Toronto, or if I will just meet them and I'll rehearse on my own, which I've done in the past as well. So I will definitely pick up my bass before those shows. I figure it's probably time. I mean, I use the bass every now and again if I'm in the studio and I'm laying a track down. It's not something I really sort of pick up to learn new chops. Not that there aren't new chops to learn, but just it's been playing bass for 35 years, and I think that I'm just familiar enough with my personality and the bassist personality to make something that sounds right in my ears. So, you know, that's cool. I'm not anywhere near that with guitar. I can barely still hold a guitar, but I am becoming closer since I got this one. This one has really taken my approach to playing in a different way. What was I talking about, Mr. Grant? Could you remember?
Playing your bass before the Watchmen show.
Ah, right.
Basically.
Yeah, so I will.
But you're going to practice all those songs, you know, the ones that you have to play.
Yeah, I will definitely. But what I will do more so, like what I've been doing, because I've been afeared of some kind of massive injury from being lethargic for 2 years and then getting on stage in this explosive energy thing. So I'm swimming every day for, you know, a little bit, trying to build my stamina up, and I have to start doing the same with the bass. But yeah, no, we work really hard. I mean, as much as we know our show and we've been playing these songs a long time, we still work really hard to make sure that they sound good, and we bring you guys a good show every time you come to see us. I hope that answers something anyways. This town of mine, this town of mine, I find myself so easily reclined here in this town of mine. Came here from the city trying to find some peace of mind to get myself on track and to buy myself some time. This town is growing on me. Here's a song for all to hear. All I think about are the people and names unclear. In this town of mine, in this town of mine, I find myself so easily reclined here in this town of mine. distant. At times they all seem so strange. All these places remind me of places that I've been. So deep the roots are growing through my kids and to my friends. All I think about is being here. It takes away the pain in this town of mine. In this town of mine, I find myself so easily reclined here in this town of mine. This town's a mistress. She gives me all I need and more. Someday I'll say goodbye to her and walk right out the door. In this town of mine, in this town of mine, I find myself so easily reclined here in this town of mine. Oh, that one's fun. Wrote that song about Campbellford after I've been living here for about 10 years. I'm just going to continue tuning here. This humidity and with the fan and new strings and, not having a dedicated guitar tech. What I'd do to have Shaner as a neighbor, Just for him to be a neighbor would be awesome. Speaking of guitar techs, Brian Murphy was awesome. Tim Sheffield was lovely. We had a lot of great people work with us over the years. Jeff Boguski was wonderful. Sean, of course, the Spur. And awesome folks on the road, these crew, the people that work with you to bring a good show. It's an awful lot of work every night. And it's not just the work at night. The work at night is what I do and what the guys in the band do. It's the other 22 hours of the day that you're trying to not let that happen. It's a hard go for most people, and these dedicated crew people. Man, oh man, they are band members as much as anybody else. We got another song for you right now. Oh, we're gonna do that one. Okay. We're going well into the history books tonight. How's Caitlin doing? Y'all good? She's hot, yeah, I know it's hot. I'm trying to remember my old password. There we go, cool. Look at this, I love it. Hey from Bowmanville. Oh. I do have a Tim Lee Johnny Cash shirt on tonight, actually. That's one of the cash-only prints from Tim Lee. You see it there, Kate? It's a cool shirt, and print quality is amazing. Tim is the artist who did, of course, the album artwork, and also this poster up here. And I think I've got some other of his stuff, but I got a few of his shirts. They're great. If you're into Ted Lee, any of that stuff, check it out. So I'm monitoring everything on Facebook/Ken Tizzard Music. So if you're on, Ken Tizzard or any of the other channels that are broadcasting this, and you want to be a part of the chat, come over to because it broadcasts out. It's called restreaming. Broadcasts out to 4 different Facebook pages plus Twitter and YouTube. So I'm trying to get everybody to go to the same place. So, for the sake of conversation and being a part of the chat. I should have said that right off the top. That was the thing that I had copied. Remember I said I had something copied that I was going to paste? Instead, it pasted the PayPal link for donating, which, you're welcome to click on that as well. But yeah, so the Ken Tizzard music page, not my personal page, that's where all the comments are being monitored from. Hey, Jeff. Russ Nagel, good to see you, mate. The backstory, a little history on the fellows in the band. Okay. Looking for a little back history. Mr. Grant. Russell Nagel is wondering about the boys. So we've got Ken Grant.
Picked me up hitchhiking south on Highway 62. Basically, I've been in the band ever since.
Yeah, you were coming from that town up north from there. Bancroft.
From Maynooth, actually.
Yeah, and he was hitchhiking with a bass, and I recognized the case. He had it strung on his back, so I picked him up and
offered me a job. Eh?
Yeah.
I've been working for him ever since.
It's been cool. And we met in a bar one night. He was getting drunk and saw the band playing and said, "Wow, you guys are the best band I've ever seen." And we didn't have a drummer at the time, and he said, "I want to be your drummer." And we said, "No, we're a trio." And he's just never left. He's just still here again. Yeah. And I met Neil at a charity auction raffle. They were offering off stud services for the evening.
That's right. See, I told you.
And Neil,
laugh if you will.
Neil was on the box.
Yes,
he was.
indeed. Yes, indeed. I went for all of $1.35, I think.
Yeah,
something like
that was my bid.
worth every penny.
That was my bid. It was the highest bid, and he's been here ever since as well. Cost me $1.35.
Yeah, I know, but let's just to get things clear, people. I never ever take off my trousers. Okay?
Except when he's in a glass room.
Oh, that's another story.
That's another
the
story,
Winnipeg
yes,
hotel
exactly.
story. Yes, very avant-garde. They made the assumption that people that shared a room actually didn't mind seeing each other naked in the bathroom.
I know, yeah. Glass wall in the
Yes,
bathroom
it
of the
was,
hotel that we shared. That was a lot of fun. Separate beds
Scarred
and a
for
glass
life.
wall. Oh my! So that's a little history of the band. No, but we've got Ken Grant. I met him in Campbellford years ago when I first came. He's the only bass player, I think, outside of Sav Sankaran down in North Carolina. He's really the only bass player I've ever had. Steve has been in town for a few years. He's a photographer and a videographer. 5 years.
September,
Yeah, 5 years this September.
So I've known you for 5 years because I met you.
Yeah, it was that
year we
fall.
moved in.
Yeah, and then you played on the Ron record, and it just kept going. Yeah, Steve's got a young family, and has that craziness of young kids, which I remember from not too long ago. And Neil runs a medical supply company out of Scarborough, and he's semi-retired up here on the river, up on the Crow.
Oh, the Crow River, home that place for almost 16 years now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And we've only known each other for a couple of years, but Neil has become a family member here. When Allison, before too long, when Allison was really going through some hard times, and we were having a hard time, Neil just started pitching in, and he's just still to this day been helping out, and he's become a massive part of everything here. And he also plays in the band. So it's just this weird collection of people that I don't quite know. It wasn't like a band that I set out to put together. It just sort of happened, and it's cool, I guess. I'm enjoying it.
But we're all good friends, and you three guys are actually pretty good musicians.
No, we do a good amount of work. Like we just played This Town of Mine, and we've been playing it for a year or so. And Neil had a line that he wrote, and the original line is similar but just a little different. So just last night I broke it to him. So he's mad all day because he's like, "I got to play that stupid new line. It's not my line." And I know what he's saying because his line is cool too, but it's what I hear in my head when I wrote the song. So Neil played it that way
Let's
tonight.
not discuss what goes on in your head.
Yeah, I know. But these are the musical differences
We'd
that
be here
happen
for
in
hours.
bands. And when you're the songwriter and the person who puts so much of the envisioning into it, sometimes there's things that you try for a long time to understand it, and it's great to get all the impressions from everybody, but every now and again, you just got to play the line a little different. How did it feel to play that? Horrible.
I like the line. I thought it sounded great, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love yours too.
It sounds like,
Sure, I know. Gang up on
train
the old
kept
guy.
rolling
Nice,
all
nice,
night
nice.
long. you know.
Yeah, it's good, but it's sort of rock
Johnny
and roll
Burnett.
too. Yeah.
Kind of rockabilly kind of vibe.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I've got the look, so what the heck, eh?
The pompadour.
When you're drunk and you got no place to go, and you don't want the sleep to bring tomorrow, reach out and call. It won't hurt me at all to know that sometimes you find me on your mind. When you've had enough and you're feeling all alone, and just you and the echoes in your home, reach out and call. It won't hurt me at all to know that sometimes you find me on your mind. Help me out, boys. Many miles apart, trying to make a brand new start. It's not been easy, but I'm still doing fine. Thinking about you and I'm still on your mind. When you're lonely, feeling restless late at night, and you find you just keep doing what ain't right, feel free to think of me. It hits me in degrees to know sometimes you find me on your mind. Many miles apart, trying to make a brand new start. It's not been easy, but I'm still doing fine. Thinking about you and I'm still on your mind. And every now and then you come to mind, and it makes me search for something I can't find. And then it disappears. The pain in all those years, I know that sometimes you find me on your mind. Many miles apart, trying to make a brand new start. It's not been easy, but I'm still doing fine. I'm thinking about you and I'm still on your mind. I'm thinking about you and I'm still on your mind. I'm thinking about you and I'm still on your mind. That's one inspired by Hank. I wrote that one night when I was, I don't know, just listening to a lot of Hank. And I thought, I like the way that song sounds, and it's been done by so many people, and I'd like to have one that I did.
So do you call that song like Hanky Panky?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. Maybe we should.
Maybe I should. I know it's got that rhymey thing going on.
Should have stopped at the escargot joke.
Yeah, I know. But I didn't.
Well, the sound is all right out there. Anybody has any other questions, feel free to keep them going. We're going to get into an older song now, a song about Newfoundland. A song called Home. I'll dedicate this one to Clarky, as almost always. Clark picked me up at the airport in St. John's, Newfoundland, as always, and we went downtown and did our usual running around. Sorry that for the people on the podcast listening, this is me tuning as well. And we did our run around and we got downtown finally. We turned down onto Water Street and went down on the harbor. And the harbor had a big old chain link fence around it. And that's where we used to skateboard when we were young. I love that place. And I got to meet all kinds of cool people down there. Anyways, this is a song called Home. And it's for Clarky tonight. I'm going to try and see if I can schedule in a conversation this week with Clark. The city harbor lies behind the chain link fence. You can see it from a distance. You can even feel the wind. But you can't walk out on that dock and stand beside the sea-torn freighters, since those stories of the lives that live within. You can't have it the way it was, have to take it as it is. Those times have changed, those days are gone. Those days are past but not forgot. You can't stop the winds of change forever in your mind self-same. Oh, don't be sad. We were blessed for what we had. Those days are gone, the memories cast in stone, and I know I'm not alone, and it chills me to the bone in this place called home. You can't lose what you don't own. The deepest ties you'll ever know, right here at home. Down Water Street, the storefronts changed a few blocks north. Who'd ever blame? Fight against this hurting, change and waiting game. How many words can twist and burn like spark to hay? No further down, no further down this hurting old time road we'll stray. Have to take it as it is. Those times have changed, those days are gone. Those days are past but not forgot. You can't stop the winds of change forever in your mind self-same. Oh, don't be sad. We were blessed for what we had. Those days are gone, the memories cast in stone, and I know I'm not alone, and it chills me to the bone in this place called home. You can't lose what you don't own. Deepest ties you'll ever know. Hurts so bad to let you go, and I thought that I just came to say hello to this place called home. The city harbor lies behind the chain link fence. You can see it from a distance. You can even feel the wind. Such a pretty song. This is a song called Home. I really like that one. That sounded good tonight, boys. It's so nice. I've been playing solo for a while. It's so nice to have the boys back. Apologize for the heat in here. It does kind of feel like I'm playing upstairs at like Sneaky D's on a Wednesday night, you know, in downtown Toronto at Bloor College. Yeah. Oh my. Well, often on a night like this, it's just perfect as a little bit of George Jones.
Oh yeah. It's been a while.
It's been a while for this one.
Sorry, straight in or Cherokee?
Cherokee. So, for those of you listening, thanks for tuning in. This is a totally weird podcast because I'm not really telling any stories tonight. Like I said, it's been so long since we played with the band. I'm excited to play with the band. And we did have several rather long conversational things lately. But if anybody has any questions, as always, please bounce them through. I always like to hear what's going on, and it is nice to see. Again, we're over on the Ken Tizzard Music page on Facebook. That's where, if you want to be part of the conversation, that's where we are. I'm trying to use Restream to monitor it all, but it's hard. Oh, it's hard and it's hot. See what's going on here, question world, folks. Yeah, again, it's just telling me people are watching. So, it's all good.
You had a question
I did.
on your post today,
Yes?
and it was, what would win in a fight, a bear or a shark?
Oh, right, yes, I thought about that. Yeah. Well, see, that's a weird question because both of them out of their element would die. A shark in,
But bears can swim.
yeah, but not like in
Yeah,
in
but just
water.
barely.
You know, like not in water. So if they're fighting in water, a shark for sure. But if they're fighting on land, I'd have to say a bear. And if you took the element of breathing out of it, then it becomes kind of not an issue because they're both
Whoever
dead.
gets
If you're
their
not breathing,
teeth
you're
on
dead.
there first wins, basically.
It basically is, yeah.
A bear because they have teeth and claws. Shark doesn't have arms, just has its mouth.
True. Yeah, I don't, you know something, the whole water thing has just got me.
Depends on the location.
Depends on
It's
what kind of
location
shark,
specific,
too,
it really
you know,
is.
like if it's a dogfish or a porbeagle, the bear will win for sure. However, it is a great white or a Greenland shark, on the other hand, I'd have to say, that'd be interesting. How come there aren't any videos out there about, I know my tooth.
It's amazing
about
sometimes.
Greenland sharks and polar bears getting it on because they both live in the same climate, right?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
These things that I don't think about.
You know, we've already discussed your mind. Now I guess we're going for a little venture in mine.
Venture down the mind of Mr. Lucy.
Sorry.
They both look at each other, and then a seal swims by and seals the deal. You
True
know?
enough, seals the deal.
They're both guys.
You sure he didn't just walk into a club, right?
You guys ready? Yeah. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, sweaty pick. The sweaty pick of doom. Last night I broke the seal on a Jim Beam decanter that looked like Elvis. I soaked the label off a Flintstone jelly bean jar. I pulled me up the place on that one little table that you left me. Pulled me up a big old piece of floor. Pulled the head off Elvis. I filled Fred up to his pelvis. Yabba dabba doo, the king is gone, and so are you. Later on, about 10, we all got to talking about bedrock, Graceland, and such. The conversation finally turned to women. They said they didn't get around that much.
said find them young, and Fred said old-fashioned girls are fun. Yabba dabba do, the king is gone, and so are you. Later on it finally hit me. That you wouldn't be coming back no more. This time I know you wouldn't forgive me. Like all them other times before. And I broke Elvis's nose, pouring the last drop from his toes. Yabba dabba do, the king is gone, and so are you. Yabba dabba do, the king is gone, and so are you. Yabba dabba do, the king is gone, and so are you. The king is gone. An old George Jones tune. So I'm going to ask Caitlin, what happened this week, Caitlin? Help me out. What happened this week? Allison's been in the pool 3 times now. That's a huge success for us. It's, she's still learning how to reactivate the muscles in her legs, as well as one of her arms. And doing it with the resistance of gravity, which for most of us we take for granted, is quite simple. But for my wife, it's a big task. So we were looking to get her into the swimming pool this summer. Thank you, Caitlin. And we started looking into the lifts and stuff, and they're like $5,000. It's like, oh, no, it's a lot of money. But we have developed a lot of strategies for moving her around the house that involve few pieces of equipment and myself. And we managed to find a way to integrate that to get her in and out of the pool. And it's amazing, because in the pool, I'll put a floaty under her, and she can actually kind of stand, chest deep in water and kind of move one leg in front of the other a little bit, which is so weird, because I can't even see her legs moving in the day, So that's huge news. That's huge news. Those of you who don't know, MS is a really terrible disease. It's a piece of information. If anybody wants to discourse a different opinion, I'm not actually willing to listen. But that's the long and short of it. There we go. There we go. It's David Anthony. He was the one with the bear and the shark question, and he's in Halifax, out, and he's with the Navy. Got a couple classmates with you, actually. That's great. I hope you guys are having a good time. I miss Halifax. It's been a long time since I've been out that way. One of the best things about that part of the East Coast that it doesn't seem to happen in other parts of the East Coast, like further away on Newfoundland,
It does happen on the west side of Newfoundland, but not as much. But along the east coast of Nova Scotia, sort of north of Halifax and stuff, there's so much good fish chowder. You know? Like you drive and there's like a gas station with a diner that has 3 tables, you know, and you go in and they have fish chowder, and they always serve them with like these Newfoundland homemade rolls that are just better than any other roll on the planet. You can't get them here. They're just like bread. It's good bread. It's Newfie bread, I guess. Yeah. That's all I got to say about that.
Wonder Bread, hard to believe.
Okay. If you can imagine Wonder Bread fresh out of the oven, out of the Wonder Bread factory, with bubbles that are like, you know those little bubbles in your bread? Bubbles that are like a little bit tighter than those, and instead of it being sliced into pieces, it was like a round, it was like as big as a softball, and with this excellent yellow skin on it dripping with butter. And you open it up and it's just like, well, yeah, if you take the Wonder Bread, the substance of Wonder Bread, and fill it with that, but like just better. Well, sometimes we're forced to ask ourselves questions, and sometimes these questions doesn't make sense to ask.
Speaking of Wonder Bread, I just got one more thing.
Oh, I love
The
Wonder Bread conversation.
Finally, the girls had Wonder Bread for the first time on this camping trip.
You're healthy
We forgot
girls.
To bring bread, so we had to go to the camping store.
Oh no,
And we got Wonder Bread, and they're like, "This bread's incredible."
there's like crack, yeah. Oh yeah.
My nutritionist mother, that they love.
That's so hard.
Hot dogs and Wonder Bread.
Sorry, buddy.
What now?
Yeah, hot dogs and Wonder Bread.
Come on, Stan, you might want to move over here.
I just don't want to step on you if I move back.
What do we? Oh yeah.
He's over there. Say hi to everybody.
No, you say, okay, you can go over
Well, not quite sure where this song came from, but I quite like it. I don't want to hear about your new sensation. I don't want to reconnect my old relations. I don't want to hear your frustrations all of the time. It doesn't take a genius to see that she's a girl. It doesn't take a genius to rule a broken world. It doesn't take a genius to ignore the facts all of the time. No sense in asking, is this the end of the world? We'll know it's over when it's done. There's so many ways I pictured in my head, but I never saw this one. Close truths are dangerous, rumors and lies, far from the truth and nobody's surprised. We're all too busy watching Peaky Blinders all the time. It doesn't hurt sometimes to look outside your door. It doesn't hurt sometimes to clean your floor. Don't forget to wash your hands all of the time. No sense in asking, is this the end of the world? We'll know it's over when it's done. There's so many ways I pictured in my head, but I never saw this one. No sense in asking, is this the end of the world? We'll know it's over when it's done. There's so many ways I pictured in my head, but I never saw this one. That's the end of the world. That's the song that I'm trying to record right now to see what it sounds like, and I might release it as a single if we all agree that we like what we're doing by the end of the summer. So if you start seeing hashtag the end is near, that will be the precursor to the rollout of the single.
Yeah,
'Cause
don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid, it's just a marketing plan.
Besides, if it comes, we'll all know it's here, right? Isn't that the story?
What's the story? Yeah?
When the end of the world comes, we'll all know it's here.
We'll know it's here.
Yeah, we'll know it's
Yeah,
here.
I mean, you'll
If we know anything.
if you know anything at all.
I think I just as soon continue on a total innocence and then, you know, boom, done.
That's mine. That's my thing too. Holy crap, that was a quick hour, and we still got a couple songs left. Let's see what we got here. Let's do this one because we haven't done this one. Yeah, let's do the devil. We haven't done the devil in a while. I don't think we have.
No, we haven't.
I wrote this song when I was back home in Newfoundland visiting a friend that I haven't seen in a long time, and kind of got to his place to find him in a less than desirable apartment full of pizza boxes and pop bottles and beer bottles and a coffee table with cocaine residue. Not much cocaine residue, but lots of evidence of cocaine residue.
When do we get to the less desirable part?
Well, exactly. The backyard rainbow. Yeah, I don't know. Did you guys see that? I had a rainbow in my yard. Like it started at one end and ended at the other. I've got video of it. It's like, wow.
It's
Yeah.
actually a double rainbow.
I've never seen a double rainbow. I've never seen that before. Hello, Kathy. So the couple shows coming up. We've got Watchmen shows coming up, which are just, those are their own things, and that's they kind of have a crowd built into them. I got some solo shows coming up though. We're doing the West Bend stage opening on July 30th. And that'll be great. We're only doing a couple songs, but there's a bunch of people playing. It'll be a really nice experience to open the new stage there. And after that, I'm doing a campfire session there at their new campfire stage, which will just be an acoustic songs and stories sort of thing, but it'll be by the campfire, their new thing. I think that one's almost sold out, strangely enough. So again, we're dealing with limited spaces. So if anybody is coming up for that, that'll be a really good one. Well, I don't want 4 minutes of out of tuneness. So. You think you can get away with it with tuning. It's one of these things that you kind of think, no, that's not that bad. It's always that bad, man. It's so much better to spend 20 or 30 seconds just getting things closer than throwing a capo, shifting the entire dynamic of the instrument in such a way that it wasn't built to handle. Thank you for your patience. The end is near. Thank you for your patience. The end is near. Thank you for the patience.
Thank you.
Your end is near. So sweaty. I feel like I'm sweaty. I feel sweaty.
It's a good sweat.
Tonight I felt the rain and I just got wet. I was sorry that you came and then you left. So I went outside for a smoke and a whiskey and a toke. And I felt the rain and then I just got wet. Today across the road that no man should, I chose to walk away from a place that used to be so goddamn good. And I went out searching on my own, trying to find a home, trying to get along with best I could. I met a big old man out on that road. He shared a 7 mile, we shared a heavy load. He was big and rude and surly and mean, and when I told him my story, he replied to me. He said, "What do you mean? What the hell are you running for? Where would it be you're running to? What would it be you're running from?" So I stayed with that man, he gave me room. I worked a couple of jobs, pushed some brooms. I'd go out shopping in the stores. I'd never want for more. I was happy, just me in my room. And this went on for a while, and I got so sad. I started feeling lonely, and I started feeling bad. And I reached out late one night, tried to take my life. I remembered all the best I'd ever had. And I woke up in the day and everything was fine. I couldn't wait to tell my story, just let it all unwind. And I looked around to take stock, but there was no one to go for a walk, or have a beer, sit and talk about old times. The devil lives in St. John's, Newfoundland. Some say he's a woman, others say that she's a man. It might be gambling, might be booze, drugs or women or brand new shoes. But the devil lives in St. John's, Newfoundland. In the corners, in the darkness, you can see him walking. In the corners, in the darkness, you can see him walking. In the corners, in the darkness, you can see him walking. In the corners, in the darkness, you can see him walking. In the corners, in the darkness. Well, you can't see him walking. Excellent. Oh, I'm going to do another new one now called Old Dog. Oh, it's, again, thanks to people coming out on Wednesday night. Those of you on Twitter, I appreciate you watching. The Facebook people, that's where the majority of you are, between the few of them. Stevie Kearns, how you doing, buddy? And yeah, I'm looking forward to getting things back on. Thinking about coming home to Newfoundland. You guys want to go back to Newfoundland again?
Yep.
Yeah? You want to go back, Neil?
I sure do.
Caitlin, you want to come too?
Seafood chowder.
Yeah, well, you know, it's not the specialty in St. John's. I find, you know, you get that sort of weaker clam chowder.
It's a specialty to me.
Well, okay, yeah, but yeah,
I did grow up here in Campbellford.
true enough. I mean, it's pretty damn good. I mean, you get some of the best cod tongues and cheeks in town. Well, I wanted to thank Kim and Charmaine next door. They called me over the other night. They were out having a fire, and they said, "We've got something here for you. Come on over." So I popped across the fence, and they had some dried smoked squid. Oh, it was lovely. It was just lovely. Yeah, it was great. It was like, it's like beef jerky, but it's made out of squid and it's dried and rolled. No, it all got eaten. I saved some for Neil, and he thought he might lose a tooth if he bit into it, so he didn't have any of that. So I ate it. I didn't think he would like squid.
What would ever give the idea you think I'd lose a tooth?
Yes, that's the, we got 50% of the band in this state here now. I think I'm going to go for a skate and knock a tooth out.
Just want to feel included, do you? Sorry?
dog, Gus?
Sorry. Just to twiddle around and make sure I'm reasonably in tune here.
Song about Jehovah called Old God.
Old God.
Sorry. Whoa.
Seems like every meal he's ever eaten has come at the cost of song. Not to say he ain't been hungry for those times you sang along. And his house is made from many doors. The address changes day by day. Been rambling around this world, killing time along the way. It's a long way to travel and $1 for a song. Well, another time behind and another comes along. His boots are feeling heavy, standing on another stage. Fire in his bloodshot eyes again today. Oh, and for every girl he's ever loved, whose kindness helped him find his way through fumbling, tumbling, rumbling nights to bring colors to the gray. Another lonesome sunrise just ahead. He's all scattered on the bed and he's tired on the floor, and he's heading for the door. There's a long way to travel and $1 for a song. Another time behind and another comes along. His boots are feeling heavy, standing on another stage. Fire in his bloodshot eyes again today. Oh, you won't break in from this road. So much story still untold. Doesn't matter what you say, he's been doing it all his days. He's an old dog and you'll never change his ways. When he dies out on that highway and you check to find him cold, just pull your truck over, roll him off beside the road. For his house is made from many doors, his riches from a stage. When he gets his call to glory and he knows his dues are paid, it's a long way to heaven and $1 for a song. Another time behind and another comes along. His boots are feeling heavy, standing on another stage. Fire in his bloodshot eyes again today. Breaking from this road, so the story's still untold. And no matter what you say, he's been doing it all his days. He's an old dog and you won't break him from this road. So much story still untold. Doesn't matter what you say, he's been doing it all his days. He's an old dog, he'll never change his way. I so want to play a set of music in front of a live audience in a small, sweaty, dark room.
Can we wait till I get my tooth back?
Yes.
Thank you.
We can wait till Neil gets his tooth back. We're going to end the night with the traditional Whiskey Wednesday ending song. Well, thank you all for coming out again. We've got some plans. We've got some stuff coming up. Always surprises. Always keep you. Hopefully we're keeping you all happy anyways. We do what we can from here. And, I'm coming to some realities and some conclusions right now in my life which are helpful. And I realize also that I'm not alone. There are so many people that are trying to figure things out. business-wise, job-wise, career-wise, everything after the couple of years that we've had for a variety of reasons. So I'm happy to be saying that I'm coming to some future ideas based on coming to terms with some things. So I'll be letting you all know about that shortly. It's exciting.
I'm excited.
You're excited. I haven't even told you, and you're excited.
Wow, that's really something.
Down the street the dogs are barking, and the day is getting dark. As the night comes a-falling, the dogs will lose their bark, and the silent night will shatter from the sounds inside my mind. I'm just one too many mornings and 1,000 miles behind. From the crossroads of my doorstep, my eyes start to fade, and I cast my head back to the room where my love and I have laid, and I gaze back to the streets and the sidewalk and the signs. I'm just one too many mornings and 1,000 miles behind. I want to thank the boys for coming out tonight. I'm going to start on my left this time. A little bit more stage time. Mr. Neil Lucy on electric guitar.
Thank you so much, Ken.
It's good to have you here.
Nice to be here.
Mr. Stephen Dagg. Steve's middle name is Reinhold. I didn't know that. It's interesting. That is the first Reinhold that I've ever met. Mr. Ken Grant playing bass. I know he's shocked about the whole Reinhold thing too. Thanks for coming out, folks. I hope to see some of you out at the concerts. We got some stuff coming up. It's a restless, hungry feeling that don't mean no one no good. And everything I'm saying, you can say it just as good. And you are right from your side, and I'm right from mine. We're both just one too many mornings and 1,000 miles behind. Thanks for coming out, folks. I hope you had a good time. Thanks to Mr. Grant, Mr. Dagg, and Mr. Lucy for coming and playing some music for y'all. My name is Ken Tizzard. You can hit the tip jar if you feel like it. Not expected, but it always helps. I hope you're all doing well. Things are getting really good out there. Just stay positive as much as you can. Stay healthy, stay clean, stay happy. Be happy with yourself and to yourself, and to others as well. Cheers, folks. Love you. Bye.